Hey Samantha,
Hey, how are you doing?
not bad yourself?
I'm good.
Good, great. That's good to hear. Let's get started. So, hello everybody. I'm David. I'm a digital content creator here at the Life at Humber team, and this is our We Got You Live series where we answer your big questions. And today, I'm joined by Samantha Ruth. She is actually doing her entire semester from her home country of Indonesia with a time difference of 12 hours. So that kind of shows kind of how important it is for it is to understand digital learning tips. So thanks for joining us today. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Samantha.
Yeah. So hi everyone. My name is Samantha. I'm in my third year of digital business management at the Lecture campus, and I am a peer tutor and also recently a peer digital learning coach with the PALS team.
All right, that's great. So let's get started. I'm sorry, I don't think I mentioned this right after but today we are talking about what is a digital learning coach. So let's start it. Let's get straight into it. So Samantha, what is a digital learning coach?
Yeah, so a digital learning coach is essentially a tutor or a coach that specifically helps with digital learning tips, and it's a new thing that PALS just launched around mid-October.
Yeah, it's great to hear. So it's a quite a new thing. So is
Mhm.
it a completely virtual?
Yeah, we do meet students online.
Yeah, and that's great for international students like yourself who can
Mhm.
both help students, in very different time zones. So, they don't have to be, up at night just to get assistance, which, I know sleep is a big important aspect of
Right.
learning. So kind of it'd be ironic if we force them to stay awake in order to learn better, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
So where can folks sign up for an appointment online?
Yeah, so if you guys want to meet with a digital learning coach, what you can do is sign up for an Upswing account. And I believe the Life at Humber team has it on their link in their bio. And you just have to find the lesson that is DOL 100, Digital Online Learning 100. And then you can choose a time and a tutor that you want to meet.
For sure, yeah, yeah. All the links we mentioned will be in our bio, and if you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out. And so, when they make an appointment, what's an appointment like?
So the appointments are very casual. We get to know each other and we ask if the student is struggling in something specific. And if they are, we help them. We just kind of guide them through whatever they're facing with their online learning. But if they don't want or they don't have any specific questions, we just give them general tips on how to make the most out of their online learning.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm actually a peer tutor myself for some specific courses, and it's interesting how a coach helps you with more general learning stuff, which is, in some sense, just as important to
Hmm.
kind of understand, right? Especially because, once you're finished school, there's always more to learn. So, almost learning how to learn is just as important as learning, specific subjects. So,
Right,
so
exactly.
yeah. So, how long are the appointments typically?
So um, you can book the sessions in half an hour increments. So they run from usually half an hour long, or you can do an hour long. And I've also had students come to me before booking sessions that are even an hour and a half long. So it's completely up to you.
Yeah, and is there a limit on how much students can book?
Yeah, so on Upswing, you are allowed for 4 hours per week, the 3 hours being tutoring for your core or your elective classes, and then the 1 hour being the digital online learning.
But yeah, so that's a good thing to keep in mind for sure. And
Mhm.
is there cost associated with making an appointment?
No, it's completely free.
And I think that's usually a big selling point for most students for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And is it who is who can make an appointment with the digital learning coach? Is it available to all students?
Yeah, so it is available to all students, whether you are studying at Lakeshore or whether you are a student from North or even a student at Humber, whether you're a domestic or international student, full-time, part-time, continuing education, anyone with an N number, essentially, if you have a student ID and a Humber number, you will be, you're allowed to sign up for a digital learning coach. And we actually have digital learning coaches in different time zones, such as myself, to accommodate different student schedules.
Yeah, and as mentioned before, I think that's definitely important to try and
Right.
work with students' schedules for sure. And
Mhm.
so you mentioned this was a relatively new thing. Why was
Right.
this this learning coach established?
Yeah, so ever since we moved our learning to like mostly online, I know a lot of programs are doing their classes mostly virtually, such as my program. We kept hearing that students were having a hard time just adjusting to online learning because, we've all never experienced this before. This is new to all of us. So I know a lot of students were having a hard time, including myself. And we here at PALS, we want to help you as best as we can. So this role was established.
Yeah, for sure. I myself, I'm in the film and television program, so a lot of my courses were hands-on. And so, last
Right.
year when we moved everything online, we went to, especially in the beginning, it was 100% online. And so,
Mhm.
especially being in the middle of term, um, it was very abrupt. And so, definitely having a resource to kind of help students to adapt from in-person classes to online is definitely something that was valuable for sure. And so
Right.
I'm really glad that students have it now. And
Yeah.
yeah, so how has virtual learning been for you as a student yourself?
Yeah, it's been fairly difficult. Like I said before, all of my classes are now running virtually, especially the fact that I'm in a program such as digital business. Um, it's been difficult for sure, just having to adjust to, being in class, and then now we're just doing everything through our screens. And it's also hard to just focus on like 3 hour long lectures, obviously. Um, and it's also very difficult for me with the time zone difference because like I said, I have the 12-hour time zone difference. So I have my classes mostly at night, and sometimes it runs till like, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. So I have to get up for those, which is not fun. But I've made sure to just kind of take my own advice and follow tips from pals as well.
Yeah, for sure. And and so yeah, and so to kind of wrap up today's live, do you have any kind of final tips for viewers and listeners in general, like maybe what they could do with their specific study area?
Yeah, for sure. We've actually prepared 3 quick tips from pals here to just kind of make the most out of your online learning. The first one being watch your body posture. It's really important because, we're looking at our screen for like hours and hours in our day, and this can take a strain towards your body. I know it's really tempting to just watch your lectures or do your work either on your couch or on your bed. I know I've been tempted to do that myself. Like, I just want to roll over and watch my lectures in my bed, but this will take a strain on your back and your body. So it's really important to try to sit down on an actual desk and chair, even if it's not like a fancy like working spot. Just a simple desk and chair will do. And the recommended guideline is to sit 90 degrees and just to avoid strain and for you to avoid slouching. And your knees, elbows, and hips will really thank you for this.
Hmm.
And the next step is to just dim the brightness of your screens, whatever it is, whether it's your computer, your phone, your iPad, whatever you're learning on. Because we're on our screens all day, your eye might take some fatigue, and it's important to just position your monitor to eliminate glare from light sources. So to help with this, avoid sitting with your back facing a sunny window, because too much light entering your eyes can actually contribute to eye strain and fatigue. So it's important to take care of our physical body, whether it's your back, your eyes. And the last thing is what we like to call the 20-20-20 rule. So it's 23 times. What this rule means is that every 20 minutes, you look away 20 feet for 20 seconds. So this 20-20-20 rule has helped me personally because this just reminds me to take a break every time I'm, doing work or I'm writing a paper or something, just so I'm not going for like hours on end and tiring out myself. So this could be just as simple as taking 20 seconds to get up and do a stretch or get some water to drink, just hydrate yourself. Or if you're lucky enough to like live across a park or you have a nice backyard, don't forget to like look out to your greeneries. Just take 20 seconds out of your day, every 20 minutes and just, give yourself a break and give yourself time to relax.
Yeah, and I think the 20 minutes is also a good kind of time gap to try and focus your attention on studying, and then
Right.
it's always nice to have an excuse to take a quick break instead of like think you have to try and focus for like 1 or 3 hours straight on one subject and burn out at some
Yeah,
point as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's gonna take forever.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, those are great tips. So thanks for going live with us. We can take a minute to look through any questions that folks might have from in the comments. I'm not sure if you're able to see the comments or not yourself, but
Yeah, I can.
okay. Let's go back to the we had a lot of engagement today. I don't know if I'm just going in circles or I think we had one question. Um, Someone was excited to learn about digital learning coaches, so hope we gave you some great information. Uh, okay, so one question is, do you have online learning tips specifically for students with similar time zone difference? You mentioned a bit, but like, do you have any kind of more specific tips? So you still
Yes, I'm
do?
here.
Yeah. So do you have any tips for students in similar time zone differences specifically?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, a lot of my classes are like at night and it's hard for me to sometimes keep up. What I can recommend and what I've been doing is I've been sending messages to my professor and just telling them my situation, that I'm in a completely different time zone and it might be hard for me to attend live classes. So most of my professors have actually been really, really accommodating and they've been posting recordings for me or like for the whole
Hmm.
class.
Yeah.
So most of our lectures are on Blackboard Collaborate. So they usually make the lectures available the next day or two. So I can watch it at any time. So my lectures are mostly not synchronous, which is really nice. And what I can recommend is finding someone who is in a similar time zone, whether it's a digital learning coach, whether it's someone from your program, and just kind of getting together virtually and creating a study group online, just so you're keeping each other accountable with your similar time zones.
Yeah, no, those are both great tips because I think, instructors, are very open to being accommodating, especially given,
Yeah, for sure.
we've been we've kind of been, in a virtual learning environment for almost half a year now, and I think some people might
Yeah,
still be getting used to it, but I think instructors are still very open to accommodating the fact that this is still very unusual times for people. So yeah,
for sure.
regardless
Yeah,
yeah, regardless if you what issues you're having, I would say don't be afraid to reach out.
right. And that's
And
also why we have roles such as the digital learning coach because we're here to help you guys.
yeah, and I like the part about reaching out to potentially a classmate because I think connecting with your peers is an important thing to try and do as well. We're virtual and apart, but
Mhm.
that doesn't mean learning from others should be should not be diminished in this time as well. So I think having a study buddy is a great tip as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and so before we wrap up, do you have any additional comment for folks? Maybe I'll just look real quick for any other questions.
Yeah, for sure. So we know it's hard, and we're all kind of in the same boat here, whether you are still in Canada or you're home like I am right now with a time difference. And whatever program you're in, parts of your learning or all of your learning really are going to be virtual. So we know it takes time to adjust to a new thing, a completely new thing for every one of us. And we know it might be difficult, but just know that, you're not the only one going through this. We're all kind of in the same boat. And don't hesitate to always reach out. That's why roles such as the digital learning coach was established for us to help you guys get better at your online learning.
All right, great. And so thank you so much for sharing all of your tips and what you do as a digital learning coach today. Um,
Yeah, thank you
and
for
so
having me.
no problem, no problem. And if anyone has any questions or ideas they would like answered, feel free to just send us a message, and it might be on next topic. So stay safe out there, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye.